Are you looking to relocate in 2024? Today, we're going to talk about why so many people are moving towards the Belleville and surrounding areas. So we're going to talk about Belleville, Ontario and the surrounding areas, and many of the reasons, in my opinion, why people are going to be moving to this area in 2024. Specifically, why they choose this city over other cities within Ontario. And stay tuned towards the end where I'm going to list, in my opinion, the number one reason why people are relocating to this area specifically. Before we get to the rest of the video, just want to let you know, my name is Jeremy Tremblay, local realtor in Belleville, surrounding areas. If after this video you have any other questions, you just want to talk, my number's down below, my email's down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you get any value out of this video, it would really help if you could hit that little like button and hit the subscribe for any other videos. Let's get to it. So the first reason I would highlight is that Belleville and the surrounding communities are very active communities. What I mean by that is looking at the size of Belleville. So Belleville is around that 60,000 people range, but it's a little larger if you add the surrounding communities. But it's that just the right size that it's not too huge that you get lost. You don't really know anybody. It's also not so small that it can't really function with any of the events or leagues. So something that I would say, even personally, my children, they're involved in like the local soccer team, and they play against other kids that go to their schools, kids that play in multiple different sports. And really over the years, you get to know other families, other parents. There's a lot of crossover throughout the city, and it just allows you to build that community with everyone else. And then for those that maybe don't have kids, there are many clubs and annual events that you get involved in, whether you're into tennis, whether you're into golf, so many different options that once you get involved in those, because of the size of the city, you end up running into a lot of the same people. And once again, when you do that, you build those relationships. You get to build that community. And with this city, it's very focused on the active lifestyle. If you look at where we are on the map, it is right along the lake. And it is set up so that you have very easy access to the lake. You can drive down, whether you're in Belleville, in Trenton, within the county, all these areas, very easy to get a canoe, a kayak, your boat, drive down and just drop it in the water. Very easy access, and that's intentional. And so people very much use that. And then also you head north, lots of forest, lots of conservation areas, groomed trails, other trails available. People take advantage of this and utilize it over the winter months. A lot of snowmobiling trails, you got four-wheeling, you've got mountain biking. It's really prevalent here. And so people that come to move to this area soon find out that they build their community by utilizing what this has to offer. And that generally continues to build out, and you get to know your neighbors that much more. The next reason why people are moving to this area is for the affordability of housing. I'll compare to what's an hour and a half down the road, Toronto, and it's hard to compare, to be honest. If you look at homes within Toronto and look at a single family home, for instance, usually you're going to get something that's on a narrow lot, a narrow home, older, just by way of what's available in Toronto, and requiring some updating. And that description will cost you still $1 million plus, $1.1 million, $1.2 million to get into a home like that. And then you move into some options, some townhomes, and even the townhomes are selling for close to $1 million. Whereas you come towards Belleville and you're getting single family homes on 50-foot wide lots that are fairly new for the high 600,000 range. It really is no comparison. You're getting what would be a dream home in Toronto here. And so that's why so many people are moving. You can compare even to the greater Toronto area, like the Pickering, Oshawa, Ajax, and even there, you're not able to find these single family homes anymore for affordable pricing. And anything that's being built now is on a very narrow lot. And whereas Belleville, you still have the single family homes in really nice neighborhoods, really nice streets. The parks are in all the different neighborhoods. It has the feel of what many people envision for themselves long term. And so, yeah, affordability of housing is a big reason why people are coming here, and it doesn't take much to find that there's really no comparison towards what's available in the bigger cities. And well, you could find other smaller towns within Ontario where you can find even more affordable homes. The reason why people wouldn't want to move to those areas is that there's limited economic development happening in those towns just due to their isolated nature with where they're located. Whereas Belleville, we're located right on the 401. Highway 401 is Canada's busiest route, shipping route. And this has opened up a lot of opportunities for this area specifically. One thing you'll note is that the Amazon Fulfillment Center was just opened within Belleville with more plans in the future. And it's just highlighting why this is such a great spot, geographically speaking. And that Highway 401, they're going to be doing more work to it. They're actually putting another interchange as planned for the east end of Belleville so that that industrial area can continue to grow. And why is this important for moving to an area? Well, you want to continue having growth in a town so that the services are coming as well. And that enjoyment that comes with having the opportunity for the different shopping and such is available to you. Another area where it is highlighted is the different stores and chains that are opening up here. And so places like along the highway, we just got an IHOP. The Starbucks are opening up along the highway. McDonald's chains are popping up in new, more isolated areas. These chains do their market research. They understand what areas are going to be growing, and they want to get there first, when the land is at its cheapest, knowing that growth will happen around them. And so we are seeing that first sign. And 2024, I expect a lot more growth to happen. We're seeing a lot of sold signs on these big plots of land, and it's one reason why people are feeling more secure about moving to an area like this. So we've talked about active community, affordable housing, the economic development, but the number one reason why people are relocating to this area, in my opinion, is that we are located on Highway 401, our geographic location. If you look at where Belleville is on the map, we are located 1.5 hours east of Toronto. And unlike a lot of the smaller communities where you have to take a 60 road or an 80 road to get to the Highway 401, we are located right on the highway. Actually, the city of Belleville is now expanding on the north side of the 401, whereas the original part of the town is on the south side. Another reason why people are coming here is that there's 60,000 people here. We have the infrastructure in place already. So we have a fantastic hospital that people are able to utilize in this area. The schooling options. If you have kids that you're coming, there are many different options in terms of what schools that you can be a part of, depending on where you live in the city. Stores, the shopping, we have all of that covered. You got the big box stores, all those things that you might be missing out in a smaller town. Belleville is just big enough that you're getting all of that. And we're continuing to get more options as well. I mentioned the highway 401, they are going to continue working on that. They have a plan in place to actually expand it to 6 lanes coming from Cobourg all the way to Belleville. So those that need to get back to Toronto to work, it's an easy drive, an hour and a half straight to Toronto, come back. Also, internet. There's high-speed internet in all of the city of Belleville, and they continue to expand it outwards so that the people that need to work from home, that's a possibility as well. And another thing people are looking for in a city like this is that it has that infrastructure, but it's just far enough away from Toronto that we're not going to see explosive growth. We are going to see more of a consistent growth. You can see how the Greater Toronto Area, as those towns outside of it, they continue to just explode. And many people don't like that happening. Belleville is that far enough away that we're not likely to see that type of growth. It will be nice and consistent, and we'll continue to get more options with respect to shopping, but it'll continue to remain a nice community. So those are a few of the reasons, in my opinion, why 2024 will be a great year for people that are looking to relocate to the Belleville area. If after watching this video, it's piqued your interest, you'd like to get some more details on the area, like I said, feel free to reach out. My number is below, my email is below. Also, I've done other videos really highlighting Belleville and the surrounding towns. So I would highly suggest looking at those videos. It'll really give you more information, really fill out that information so you're more aware. But I'd love to chat. Until next time.